Hey, it's Mac. Welcome to Holistic Health Talk. Today's interview took place at the Cancer Control Society's annual cancer convention. If you like what you see and hear, subscribe to our channel. Oh, and don't forget, give us a like.
I'm Dr. Catie Wyman-Norris, and I'm the formulator of Katie's Organics Greens, Katie's Organics, and Simply Young. And I have been known as a nutritionist to the stars. And what I do is, I was very sick. I was sick my entire life. They said I had a rare genetic blood disorder, and then I got Lyme disease twice. And I gave all of this to my children, and they said my son would die by the age of 2. And I made a determination before I died, because I was so sick at that time, and he would whimper and hold his head and just cry all the time, and he looked very sickly. I made a determination that nobody else knew what he was going through and that I was going to help save him. So I made a determination that plant foods are the building blocks of our body, and I was going to help him get the nourishment that he needed to help with this massive inflammation, with all the different symptoms that he was having. And even with the brain tumor, it helped, and he doesn't have a brain tumor anymore, believe it or not. The body is so amazing. It just knows what it needs, and when you start giving it what it needs, it naturally, our cells, which make up all of our glands, organs, tissue, bones, veins, arteries, everything that are going to help clean them on a daily basis, strengthen them, nourish them, nurture, help heal and rejuvenate them every single day. And what better than plant superfoods, right? And so I started creating these amazing powders, and before I know it, I had people from all over the world coming to me, and we were able to really get people the nourishment, so that not that they can just survive, but so that they could thrive. And it was so amazing to see the changes in my son, and to see him thriving and doing so well, and it's an ongoing thing with all of us, right? Because we're up against chemicalization in our skies, the bioengineering of our food, and all of these things that are really affecting our health. And we can do something about it. There are things out there, and we have found some of the most powerful, potent, high energy, high vibration, because we're all vibration, right? It's all about vibration. And as a matter of fact, I remember Professor Valerie Hunt from UCLA. She was a professor emeritus. She actually created the curling camera, and then the Tesla watch and everything. And she was brilliant. You could see the vibration. We all have vibration, right? And so if you could take a picture and you could see the color around you, you would know what your vibration was.
Aura.
It's an aura, right? Anyways, she was one of my mentors. She was so amazing, and she would talk about the vibration of our foods. So she actually tested my greens and said it was the highest vibration of any of the greens on the market. But I only did it intentionally to try to save my son, because I knew if I could change, because I used to work with Norman Cousins, who wrote Anatomy of an Illness and Laughter's the Best Medicine, and Linus Pauling, who won 2 Nobel Prizes, one for vitamin C and one for peace. And that's very dear to my heart, for sure. And they would always say that we worked at the Norris Cancer Center, and they would say, we can trace back all of these people's health challenges to nutritional deficiencies or deficiency. I knew that people eat the same things over and over and over again, and most of it's denatured. It doesn't have the life force or the vibration that it needs. So I created these amazing superfoods to save my son's life. And you could see he actually looked retarded at one time. He was very sick, and his skin was so bad, and now he's become an amazing athlete. He is an incredible student. He's just brilliant and as bright as you could ever imagine. And the love that he is on this earth right now is so beautiful. And I know that our happiness can come from what we're eating, because if we eat the wrong foods, we can become violent and angry and hurtful. Or if we eat the right foods, we can become loving and giving and happy, actually happy, and our brain can function much better. In doing my doctorate, that's what I specialized in being able to find the superfoods that would turn on what we needed in our bodies. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I do know as well, when you're dealing with the things that you eat, so basically like animals, say you eat meat, you actually take on that DNA.
You do, exactly.
Yeah.
You become like an animal. It's amazing. And it's really, I love that you said that, because I have this amazing little picture, and it says you are what you eat, right? We know in 28 days, if we eat the right foods, we can regenerate our entire skin. The largest organ of our body can be regenerated. In 6 months, our liver can be completely regenerated if you're eating the right foods, right? And our bones I created these plant foods, put them together, and my son, because he was getting calcification throughout his entire body, and they thought he was going to have a heart attack or a stroke, and I was giving him all this calcium that was from a rock, shell, stone, bone, chalk, and it was going to kill him. And women are dying from instant heart attacks and strokes from this type of calcium, and so consequently, I started creating these amazing plant foods, and Cedars did a study, and in 14 months there was 11% increase in bone mass. Never ever seen that in history, and it was because it was not just foods rich in calcium, it was foods rich in calcium, magnesium, vitamin D, boron, selenium, zinc, lysine, phosphorus, potassium, all the different things that you need to work together synergistically to bring that incredible matrix, beautiful bone matrix, which is like the glue that holds our body together. I was still sick, though, for such a long time. I was able to figure out what was going on, and you could see like the parasites in my eyes and stuff, because I do iridology, and even another doctor said, "You've got parasites," and I said, "I know it." And literally I started doing this. I created this amazing Parasite Cleanse that was just that literally would not feed them, but it poisoned them, and the superfoods, I took those. I took 2 shakes a day, and then I took a small meal, and I ate small things throughout the day, and literally I literally was able to use these herbs, and it wrapped around these organisms, and literally big ones like this big were coming out of me, and I didn't get all the viruses and the pathogens that would open up when you kill off these things. It was the most amazing thing ever, and I could feel the pulsation of my life come back after years and years of being so sick, and it just cured me. And so I feel so grateful. I got 18 pounds of toxic waste out of my body. This is Brainchild Latte. Incredible for the brain, because we have massive amount of dementia in the country right now, and because of the aluminum that's being dropped down on people, which we know affects the cognition in the brain and everything. So this has it's a coffee substitute, but it does no caffeine or tea or anything like that in it, but it literally will purge the liver, because the liver rules the brain. It rules the eyes, it rules everything up above here. And so what you see is massive clarity. I don't care if you have autism, ADHD, depression, addiction, they're all brain issues, cognition, memory loss, whatever it is, you will see a difference in such a short time as you start feeding your brain. And you take it as a coffee substitute, or you can make a shake, or even make ice cream out of it, because it's a brain chai. It's got amazing chai, and it's all from plants, and we use no sugars. It's all plant foods that are non-GMO, of course, no chemicals, no pesticides, herbicides, no excipients, binders, fillers, no maltodextrin, any of that. It's just plant foods, because they are the building blocks. My greens, I actually did this greens, it was just organic greens. I did it with the protein, the pure lean protein. It's a vegan protein. And then I did it with the plant calcium. I did the Immunicy that you love so much. I put in a canister of each of these, in a big canister, and I mixed it around, and I took 2 big scoops a day of it, and it had the Tropical Digest, and it just ate up all the garbage. And I even put in this in there because it helped my brain and everything, because anytime you have parasites, you get that foggy thinking and stuff. And then and I just mixed those together. I took that, and that really helped. And then I used these amazing a combination of different herbs for the parasites and stuff, and it was amazing. So I have a whole protocol for it.